आपकी जो क्रिएटिविटी है, जो आपका विजन रहता है रिगार्डिंग योर म्यूजिक, ये कभी कॉम्प्रोमाइज होता है? क्या आपने सोचा था कि कभी आप एक बड़े स्टार बनेंगे?
Like when I was born in the family, I knew that my training has been done.
There is immense talent around the world, not just India. But हर म्यूजिशियन को वो सक्सेस नहीं मिलता. आपने ऐसा क्या सही किया? You came into the limelight.
It's actually, if you think about it, it's very simple. You know, I would say there are 5 very talented singers in the room, and I might stand on the 5th. But when it comes to portraying the art, honestly, I'll be on the top.
आपको बॉलीवुड में ब्रेक थ्रू कैसे मिला? How did you get to collaborate with Flipside? And you're saying they were your favorite band, and you're an outsider in Bollywood.
Yeah.
आपके लिए आसान था?
I did a single of that song. The director of the movie heard the song in the music company, and he came to me that I want this song in my movie. That was my first musical break, but it was not like that. I was just sitting at home and it happened. Yeah, as you go forward, the stages of life, like in Mario, goes harder and harder.
Independent artists and label artists में एक major क्या difference होता है?
The most benefit which I have as an independent artist is
आज का हमारा प्रोग्राम सभी प्यार करने वालों के लिए है और उनके लिए है जिनका दिल टूटा है. Because today we have a very special guest who is the OG of heartbreak anthems. He makes pain sound beautiful and melodious. इन्होंने दर्द को इंस्टाग्राम पे वायरल किया. इनके गाने Emptiness and Tera Ghata are songs with all the kids of the 90s can resonate with. Presenting to you none other than Gajendra Verma.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome,
so much.
Gajendra. Welcome on the show.
Thank you. Glad to be a part of this.
Thank you so much. So, Gajendra is a very talented composer, a lyricist, a songwriter, a very soulful singer. You wearing many feathers in your cap. So, he's extremely talented. You've broken all barriers and you've attained international acclaim.
Thank you.
Today, Gajendra is bringing only positive vibes and filling your emptiness.
Yep.
आपने अपने busy schedule से हमारे लिए time निकाला.
Thank you, ma'am.
उसके लिए तहे दिल से शुक्रिया.
नहीं मेरी खुशी है कि मैं यहाँ पे हूँ. Definitely.
Lovely. So Gajendra, I'd like to ask you, you were born in Hisar.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sirsa.
Sirsa,
Yeah.
okay. Sirsa, वहाँ से आप जयपुर गए.
हाँ जी.
जयपुर से बॉम्बे.
हाँ जी.
So from Sirsa to Jaipur to Bombay to becoming a heartthrob of millions of people.
Yeah.
आप अपने बारे में कुछ बताएं and also tell us about your journey so far.
I think it's been really, how would I say, like, there is something you dream when you are a kid, and but when it actually happens, it doesn't feel like how you thought it'll feel, you know, because there is so much in the process which you learn and which you go through. But it's like, and I wouldn't have it any other way also. So Sirsa is basically a very, like a small town.
Okay.
And not exactly town also. Now it's a town, yeah. But back then it was not exactly a town. So my father, who was also a writer, he thought that, you know, staying in this place won't do good to the kids because we were into music and we were into singing and everything. So he thought we should move to a better place.
Very progressive, I must say.
Yes, he thought we should move to a better place. So then we shifted to Jaipur. He didn't have any work in Jaipur, but he for the kids.
आपके education के लिए, आपके future के लिए, he changed his base.
Yes, he changed his base. We had 2 schools in Sirsa. He shut those schools completely and shifted to Jaipur.
Wow, that's a big step he took.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think it all started from there. I think that was the one big step as you know, as a artist I needed when I was growing up, because if I was in Sirsa, it would have been a different story altogether.
Absolutely.
So it's all started from there, and after that I did my schooling in Jaipur. Jaipur is a very lovely place. I think everyone should once visit Jaipur and see how it is. And then finally I went to Mumbai for my college, and from there things started happening. I think a lot of people's wishes and it all came together with me. I'm glad.
Lovely. I
that
just
happened.
hope that you keep growing
Thank you.
bigger and keep getting all that you dreamt of.
Thank
But moving on, what I've read and what I've heard, कि आपकी म्यूजिक में कोई formal training नहीं हुई.
हाँ जी.
And आपके father, who's an eminent poet,
Yes.
he was a guiding force in your life. And आपने बहुत कम उम्र में 4 साल की उम्र में आपने स्टेज परफॉर्मेंस भी किया.
हाँ जी.
आपने म्यूजिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स भी सीखे. And right now your brother produces your music.
हाँ जी.
So I think everything is within the family. आप
Yeah.
बहुत talented family हो
हाँ
पूरा.
जी. Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I just want to ask you that at that age, जब आप बहुत छोटे थे and आपके फादर आपको गाइड कर रहे थे, क्या आपको कुछ ऐसा इंक्लिंग हुआ कि आपकी जर्नी बहुत म्यूजिकल रहने वाली है?
So
आप इंक्लाइन थे टुवर्ड्स म्यूजिक? क्या आपने सोचा था कि कभी आप एक बड़े स्टार बनेंगे?
Absolutely. I'm the youngest in the family.
Okay.
Okay, so I have 3 elder siblings. And all 3 of them they sing. You know, they're all singers.
Lovely.
And my father used to sing as well. And so me being the youngest, I used to always like look at my elder siblings and my father singing all the time and used to pick up things because as a youngest, as the younger one, you tend to pick up more things from the elders.
Yes.
So that's when I was born in the family, I knew that my training has begun. Like it was
So
not.
you were blessed.
Yeah, it was not really a training, but I just looking at people and doing their things and their tastes, their favorites in different genres of music. I would all my 3 siblings have different taste in music. So and I was close to all of them. So all these 3
आपके
tastes.
सारे genres में आपकी expertise हो गई.
Yeah, that's what happened. So
yeah.
So it was really a blessing that I was born in the family, and I think that only is the main cause of me being here today.
That's so lovely to hear. But आप भी इस बात पे agree करेंगे कि आज के दिन बहुत talented musicians हैं.
हाँ जी.
There is immense talent around the world, not just India, but there's immense talent around the world. But हर musician को वो success नहीं मिलता, वो accolades नहीं मिलते, वो recognition नहीं मिलती. आपने ऐसा क्या सही किया कि you got accolades, you got recognition, you came into the limelight?
It's actually, if you think about it, it's very simple. Even if when you are in school, like let's go back when you start school or college. When you're in college, you need to have something in you which makes you stand out. It just cannot be X
factor.
It cannot be just your talent.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of talented people, but you need to have something which makes you stand out. It doesn't have to be a flashy thing. It just have to be something unique to you. Like, something which no one else can do but only you.
What is unique to you?
I think I can very honestly portray my art, and I've worked on it, like to keep that and to nurture that. I have really worked on it, and since like from my school time or my college time, I have worked on that part. So I think that's what made me stand out. Even if I would say if there are 5 very talented singers in the room, and I might stand on the 5th. But when it comes to portraying the art honestly, I'll be on the top. So that's it makes you stand out.
That's your USP.
Yeah. So you have to find that something which makes you stand out, and everyone has their that's some factor which makes them stand out, and that has to be nurtured, and that has to be that has to be your strength when you going forward.
Sure. So also I would like to ask you is musicians are very creative people, right? But also you want to optimize and monetize your creativity. खाली creative होने से नहीं चलता है.
Yes.
Money is important.
Yes,
so you want to monetize your creativity.
Yeah.
But also to monetize कई बार you have to follow the norms of the industry.
Yep.
आपको थोड़ा bend करना पड़ता है. And there is a very fine line
Yeah.
कि आप अपनी creative vision को compromise नहीं करें,
Yeah.
but you have to conform to the industry
Yeah.
and still make commercial sense.
Yeah.
तो ये कितना आसान या कितना मुश्किल होता है to not compromise on your creativity, conform to the norms of the industry, and make commercial sense.
It's like a how would I say, like a let's say you have, like how I said, you have a USP, you following that strength of yours, and suddenly you have to do something which you are maybe not very good at, or maybe you are not okay at, because you have some
Principles.
do's and don'ts which you follow.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, I think something which I've learned in a long run, if you would ask me this maybe 5-6 years back, my answer would have been कि ये करना पड़ता है. But now if I look back at it, I feel that it's hard anyways, you know, even whichever way you choose, if you choose to bend and do the commercial stuff, or if you don't choose to bend and stick with you have to prove in both. It's hard in both ways. Like you have to really prove. You cannot deny the fact that if you want to be in a business, music business, you have to cater to people.
Yeah.
If you're just a musician for yourself, then it's okay. And then you have to really you wish for also things.
So that's your passion, but that's
not business.
There for everyone.
Yes. So if you are okay with that, and you're okay, you should be okay with whatever you're getting. But if you want more, you need to do it as a business also. So
आप ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि थोड़ा bend करना पड़ता है.
Yes, bend करना, मैं वही कह रहा हूँ कि अगर if now that I see backwards, अगर मैं bend नहीं भी करता, या मैंने bend जितना भी किया, मुझे ज़्यादा करना था या कम करना था, वो नहीं मैटर करता, वो hard ही है. That road is hard. मतलब
आप चाहे bend करें
या ना करें,
या आप ना करें,
that road is hard.
आसान रास्ता है ही नहीं.
So you have to go through that, and you will find people. The whole point is, I think, once you start growing up and you have a bigger platform than what you had, you have to have a team, because now no more you can walk individually, because when you start you can walk individually, you have certain goals which you can fulfill, but as you go forward you have to have a team. Then this team have different way of going forward. That's where the bending comes. You know, it's not from the pressure outside, it's from the team itself. You have to have a team, and you have to take that team up together with yourselves. So there you need to talk with the team, you need to be talked about, you have to do something for them, they do something for you. So it has to be like that. I think that's. But
आपकी जो creativity है, जो आपका vision रहता है regarding your music, ये कभी compromise होता है in this entire process of bending, trying to conform?
No, there are things which only a musician knows about music, okay? And I don't think other people which are not a part of, I think it's the same with the people in business. There are things which only people in business knows. Other people don't know about this.
Fair enough.
So you can work on that. That's your thing. That's your playground.
All right. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
But having said that, आपने एक international band के साथ भी collaborate किया है.
हाँ जी.
मारे सुट्टिया is the song.
Yeah. They used to be my favorite in college. You know?
Lovely. Yeah. So was the line your favorite, or?
No, the band used to be my favorite. Yeah.
Flip side.
Yeah, Flip side.
And you collaborated with your favorite band.
Yeah.
And also you've got a breakthrough in many Bollywood movies, and you've sung songs, you've composed music. So I think it would be a very interesting story अगर आप बताएं कि आपको Bollywood में breakthrough कैसे मिला? How did you get to collaborate with Flipside? And you're saying they were your favorite band. Yeah. So I think you're doing something totally right. So how did Bollywood happen first? And you're an outsider in Bollywood.
Yeah.
आपके लिए आसान था?
So I was saying that, you know, I'm a believer of you get what you have worked for. You know?
Right.
And like I believe in doing achhe karma and then getting acha.
Yeah.
So
You believe in karma.
Yeah, like it's something, you know, it's a very base level. You don't need to then figure out the details of the things, you know, कि आपने Bollywood में करना है या इस movie में करना है या उस movie करना है. If you doing your work just fine, I think it falls in your line of where you are headed.
Yeah.
Those things falls in your place. Like I'll give you an example. My first song in Bollywood was Man Mera from Table number 21, and I did a single of that song, you know, doing a music video, and the director of the movie heard the song in the music company, and he came to me that I want this song in my movie.
Wow.
So that was my first musical break. But it was not like that I was just sitting at home and it happened. Of course, I did my fair share of meetings and meeting directors for movies and everything. But when eventually it happened like this.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you do your fair share of things, it will one way or the other, it will fall in your lap. Okay. And similarly, this is, I think, just before lockdown period in 2019 or something, and this Flipside used to be my favorite band in college, and there used to be 2-3 songs which I used to like spam, like you know, 2-3 songs all the time on my playlist. All my friends knows these songs through me, like that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So we hired a PR for an album. I was doing an album at that time, a EP actually. It's called Summary, and we hired a PR agency for that. And the head of the PR agency, Malvika, and I've had no conversation about Flipside with anyone till now. Like they're just my favorite band, like that. So Malvika one day she tells me that, you know, I know these guys from US, Flipside. And I'm like, what? Which Flipside? The Spun Someday Flipside? That's Flipside? She's like, I don't know, but like, yeah, maybe, that only. Like, they're my favorites. She's like, they're very close to me. We should have a collab. And they are wanting to, you know, do a collab in India. I was like, wow. So I just, because I knew them inside out and I knew their music, I knew what songs I need to send to them.
Yeah.
You know, I just sent them like 3 songs and they were like, let's work on this one. They selected Mars and we started working on that.
Wow, that's amazing. So आजकल इतनी बात होती है manifestation की,
हाँ जी,
कि अगर आप शिद्दत से कुछ मांगो, you get it in, you know, it works for you. So this is something like manifestation, right?
But you have to put the work in.
Yeah, you have to put the work in. So it's also kind of dreaming a dream and working towards it.
Yeah.
That is what manifestation is. तो आपकी story तो पूरी manifested लग रही है मुझे.
I think most of the people here in the room also is doing the same thing. They have some ideas about their life.
Yes, you have a dream.
They have a dream.
You work towards it.
Yeah,
and
yeah. And as you go forward, it's just because you are now associated with a lot of things, a lot of people.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of work and you have a lot of distractions as well.
Yeah,
so
that is true.
It's like as you go forward, the stages of life, like in Mario, goes harder and harder.
The levels keep increasing from level 1 to level 2 to level 3.
But you are used to the game now. No?
Yes, you're the gamer now. Yeah. Very interesting. But अभी आपने summary mention किया, the series.
हाँ जी.
So again, बहुत लोगों को मे बी नहीं पता है, बट समरी आपने एक वेब सीरीज के रूप में आपने म्यूजिक को पोर्ट्रे, म्यूजिक सीरीज पोर्ट्रे किया, विच वाज अ वेरी न्यू कॉन्सेप्ट, अ वेरी यूनिक कॉन्सेप्ट. आपने म्यूजिक को एक बहुत नए अंदाज में दिखाया. सो इसका आपको फीडबैक कैसा मिला एंड इस आइडिया को आपने कॉन्सेप्चुअलाइज कैसे किया?
सो आई थिंक इट्स अ सीड ऑफ माय ब्रदर्स ब्रेन. मेरे भाई जो हैं वो he is a very good writer and he's the director of all my videos. तो उनका ये आइडिया था that we need to do, you know, a series where we can have 5 different songs which are part of the story.
Okay.
And so we just have like 1 or 2 scenes in between.
Yeah.
और जो बाकी के जितनी भी स्टोरी है वो सॉन्ग के म्यूजिक वीडियो में उसमें ही आ जाएगी. So it was his idea, but then of course at as easy as it sounds, उसको पूरा conceptualize करने में और उसके 5 गाने उसी तरह से बनाने में it was like a proper process of making a movie. Just we were just making a half an hour 45 minutes movie, that's it. तो वो था, it was his idea totally. And we had like 2-3 songs already, which we thought कि ये part होना चाहिए. And you know sometimes it happens कि आपको बोलते हैं कि what is that saying, necessity is the mother of invention.
All invention.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when we are shooting, you know, and I'm an independent artist, I don't have a backup of any music company. So when we are shooting abroad, we have a very constraint of budgets and everything. And we think that, okay, once we are going into a country abroad, jitna shoot kar paaye hum, utna kar lein, because moving the team from India to abroad and then getting back, and
it's a whole lot of expense also.
Yes, that's a big expense. So once we are there, we try and figure out that to make them stay maybe a little longer, but getting out as much as possible.
Maximizing your trip.
Yeah. So this idea was one of the most successful ideas so far in that.
I think a very unique idea. So I think
brilliant. So it works budget-wise as well.
Brilliant. Yeah. So again, Aapne mentioned that you're an independent artist. We have a lot of independent artists coming up on this Indian front also. बहुत से उभरते India artists हैं. And also independent artists and label artists में एक major क्या difference होता है? And what are the pros and cons between an independent label and the label artists?
See, first off, the most benefit which I have as an independent artist is my freedom of working. You know, because I can do any kind of work I want. There is only just the team which are a few selected ones by me and my brother only. We need to discuss with them, but when a label comes in, it's a different thing altogether. Not that I don't think if you're doing good, they will push you a lot, but there are certain aspects. And other thing is why I wanted to do independent is this is about royalty. Because when you do it with a label, you sell the songs
to the label.
Mostly the kind of deal which you get is that, because they are putting money on your songs. So they keep the song with them. And when I was in school or college, I used to hear this, that West में, you know, the artist, अगर आप किसी भी artist का नाम ले, take it Michael Jackson or Bryan Adams or anyone, you know, वो लोग पूरे जिंदगी में 8 albums करते हैं, which is roughly, I think in 20, if there are 15 songs also, roughly how many, 120, 140 songs. That's their career, number of songs which they do in a career. But then they earn a lot through royalties, you know, because it goes on forever. So I had this idea that, you know, early on only I had this idea about royalties. And so we figured that, you know, I believe in my music. I sat with my brother and I was like, okay, we know that our music is good. So we should put this bet on ourselves. You know,
that's a smart move.
And keep the royalties for ourselves. And so I think that's the major reason why we are independent. Because like it helps also at times when your earning is not that good, when you are looking for funds, you know that a stable amount of money is going to come and you can plan that. So it's like a, you know, a business also. So I think it was a very business move.
Business move, yes. So coming to another thing which I think you've been asked all the time.
हाँ जी.
You started your career with a controversy.
Yes.
And I think आपसे सब ये बात पूछते होंगे, but we would like you to say it in your own words. ये रोहन राठौर की story क्या है?
Yeah. So
Because I'm sure everyone has read about it, everyone's heard about it.
Yeah.
But we will hear it from you.
So this is back in 2009, I guess, and I was in college that time. और कॉलेज मेरा जो था, आई वाज डूइंग साउंड इंजीनियरिंग, तो आई यूज्ड टू मेक सॉन्ग्स इन माय कॉलेज स्टूडियोज ओनली, एंड स्टूडियोज में ही वो प्रोजेक्ट्स पड़े रहते थे, बिकॉज बीइंग अ स्टूडेंट आई डिडंट हैव अ system at home.
Yeah.
You know, I used to stay in a PGA and there was no system, so my whole I think 10 to 12 hours of my daytime used to be in my college only, because I would just sit there and make songs. So from there it got leaked on the internet, and I had no idea about it leaking. And I remember clearly I went for vacation at my home in Jaipur, और मेरे एक दोस्त का फोन आया कि यार तेरा गाना ना इंटरनेट पे है, and I was like कि होगा कोई गाना, I'm singing on guitar and someone must have put it on Facebook or something like that. तो he's like नहीं YouTube पे है और मैं तुझे लिंक भेज रहा हूँ. तो he sent me that link on Facebook in one of his messages. He's from Ranchi, by the way, that friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his
I
name
hope
is...
he's coming for the concert today.
He's no, now he's staying in Delhi. He's also a musician. He's a guitarist, and he called me up, and his name is Rohit.
But ये भी बहुत चर्चा में था कि ये सारा story has been fabricated
Yeah.
to publicize the song, to get more TRPs, to get more viewership.
And the thing is, that story came out with that song.
IIT का लड़का,
IIT का लड़का जो
heartbroken,
cancer
dying
है,
of
जिसको
cancer.
हाँ मर गया है, and
Yeah.
and then I saw that कि वो रोहन राठौड़ नाम से है, and I was like यार नाम पहले गाना हिट तो हुआ है but नाम भी मेरा नहीं है. And it was like I was down for maybe a couple of days.
Yeah.
Not much. I knew that it's my voice, someday it's gonna be out. That it's just that I have to keep working on it, on my music, so that someday people will recollect.
Disillusion नहीं हुए कि मेरा गाना मेरा नाम नहीं है.
हाँ मैं हुआ.
So this was definitely not fiction. That was not a publicity thing.
No. If you could do at that age, if I could do that kind of publicity stunt, I would do wonders right now in publicity.
Yes, but so yeah, that's lovely. But you got the fame, you got the name,
so
and that's still I think one of your most popular songs.
Yes, my mom
Emptiness,
and my brother said the same
जिसका
thing.
भी दिल टूटता है वो उस गाने से बहुत relate कर पाता है.
Absolutely. वो उन्होंने वही बोला कि you have to see on the bright side that this is your first song ever out. If ever you had any doubt कि तुम्हारा म्यूजिक चलेगा या लोगों को पसंद आएगा कि नहीं आएगा, वो डाउट्स तो तुम्हारे निकल गए, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी लोग पसंद कर रहे हैं. So just keep making music. I was like, yeah, that sounds like a better deal.
So we've heard about your heartbreaks songs and people associating and kind of, tera ghata, I mean your loss, if you broke my heart. But the point is, what is your love story?
I have had a few share.
Of heartbreaks?
Of heartbreaks, yeah.
But what's your final love story?
Right now I'm single. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But ये जो आपका नया album है,
हाँ जी, it's called Good Vibes Only.
Good Vibes Only, yes. So who's the inspiration behind the Good Vibes?
This is Good
Where
Vibes
are you
only.
getting the good vibes from?
It's so finally one day you realize that good vibes comes only from within.
But कोई ना कोई inspiration जरूर होता है.
हाँ नहीं, you share those good vibes with someone.
That's what I'm asking. Who's the someone? Who's the someone special?
अभी कोई नहीं है. I'm looking for someone special.
You haven't found anyone?
I had, but
people who are singers, people who are musicians, उनको कोई ढूंढना बहुत आसान होता है. आपने एक गाना गाया 10 ऐसे ही फ्लोर हो जाते हैं. So it's very easy for you.
It's the same rule, no? कि जितना easy है उतना ज़्यादा हम complicate कर लेते हैं उसको.
So where does Gajendra Verma see himself in the next 5 years?
In 5 years.
What is your manifestation for the next 5 years?
I think I would love to do an album which is which, because like now we have all these streaming platforms, and uh, the gap between different genres of music reaching the audience has become very less. Everyone can on their phone can listen to any type of music, and people are listening. You know, I'm sure here everyone has playlist,
Spotify, Apple,
and they have playlist with
varying
different
from
language from
all
different
ranges.
countries. You know,
Yes.
so that's, and I always wanted to do this. You know, I
But
started.
आप कभी have you tried कि आप fusion music, because local India के folklores are
हाँ जी.
so beautiful.
I love folks.
Every state, झारखंड का बहुत अच्छा folklore है.
Oh, I've not
And
heard.
and if I might say so on this platform, my son is a musician also.
Oh wow.
But he has an NGO and he's teaching blind children music.
Oh wow.
And यहाँ का local language में बच्चों ने म्यूजिक कंपोज किया है. The song is दिल अजीज, आप जरूर सुनिएगा.
Okay, Dil Aziz.
दिल अजीज.
Okay, I will.
And it is on YouTube. But Jharkhand also has lovely music.
I know.
वो झारखंड का music नहीं है, but
Yeah.
every state has a lovely
Yes, folk
music.
Yeah,
So I hope
absolutely.
someday you are able
So,
to bring folk music
absolutely.
with the pop, with the R&B, with the funk,
I am
and have a
actually.
new version.
It's funny you said that. I'm actually doing something like that. I'm a North Indian.
Okay.
You know, and all my like I love folk music, and I'm not much into like Indian classical music, but
Yeah.
folk music I absolutely love it. So I'm working on a, I don't know if it's right now I can call it an album, but I'm working on something which is
Is that a
something.
surprise, or we get a sneak peek into it?
It's like something which I'm like doing like a folk fusion kind of a thing.
Okay.
And I actually don't want to say it folk fusion. I want to say it's a song, just a song. You know, because when you say a folk fusion, there is like
Okay,
people
a
started
certain
listening
perception.
to. Yeah, it's just a song which I want to do.
I hope not about another heartbreak. I hope it's a love story.
So far we have done like 2-3 songs,
Yeah.
and one is very interesting. It's basically about a lover, and the biggest lover we have had in this country is Krishna.
Yeah.
You know, so me and a writer friend of mine, we have tried make a love story, a love song, which is about you. It won't feel like a song about Krishna, but that's the thought behind it.
That's the thought behind it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Very interesting.
So kind
I'm
of that.
waiting to hear this music.
Yeah.
But one of the last few questions, I know you're running short on time, but I want to know, अगर आपको एक opportunity मिले
हाँ जी.
कि आप इंडिया में, आपको somebody grants your wish कि आप इंडिया में या किसी भी आर्टिस्ट के साथ आप collaborate कर सकते हैं. You get to choose one artist.
Yeah.
And you're
I
given
know
the
that.
stage.
Yeah.
Who would you want to
It
collaborate
has to
with?
be A.R. Rahman.
Oh, well, he is the god of music any which
Absolutely.
ways. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's a great
I think
choice.
I owe also to him a lot of.
Yeah, I believe
my
you're
music.
inspired by A.R.
Absolutely.
Rahman and
Yes.
Lucky Ali and...
Absolutely. Like I've learned a lot from him.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
think
he's a genius.
Yes.
He's definitely
like
a
just by
genius.
listening to his music, I've learned so much.
Yeah.
Just imagine if I work with him, it will be so lovely.
That'll be another...
Yeah.
I think you should start manifesting.
Yeah,
Your manifestations come true. So all you need to do is start manifesting.
Yeah.
But जाने के पहले आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट जरूर करूंगी.
हाँ जी.
आपकी सुरीली आवाज में a few lines, if you can get your guitar.
Yeah.
And a few lines
Guitar is here now.
from Emptiness for us.
अच्छा. ऐसे ही करते हैं.
Guitar is on the sound check.
Oh. Already sound check के लिए I thought you would have the guitar standing here with you.
Yeah, it's gone for the sound check now.
But can we hear a few lines?
Yeah. कौन सा सुनाऊं? तेरा घाटा सुनाऊं क्या Emptiness?
नहीं, I think Emptiness. Start with the English version, go on to the Hindi. दोनों चाहिए हमको. My team needs both.
Oh, love of mine, with a song and a vine, you're harsh and divine, like truth and a lie. But the tail end's not here, I have nothing to fear, for my love is yellow, forgiving and hollow. And the bright emptiness In a room full of heads is a cruel mistress. Wow, I feel this unrest, that ness a hollowness, for I have nowhere to go and I'm cold and I feel so lonely. Yeah. There's a better place than this. Emptiness. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, ah, ah. तूने मेरे जाना कभी नहीं जाना, इश्क मेरा दर्द मेरा है, तूने मेरे जाना कभी नहीं जाना, इश्क मेरा दर्द मेरा, आशिक तेरा आ भीड़ में खोया रहता है जाने जहां, पूछो तो इतना कहता है, that I feel so lonely. Yeah.
Wow, that was amazing. We all need to clap for
Thank
him.
you, thank you.
That
thank you.
was fab. I hope you don't feel so lonely.
No, it's funny that I always used to wonder कि इतना जो लोग बोलते हैं इतना दर्द है आवाज में, वो कहाँ से आता है? मैं नहीं समझ पाया हूँ अब तक.
अंदर कहीं deep छुपा हुआ है मुझे लग रहा है.
But God has been so good, life has been so great. I don't know.
I think gratitude is something which we all need to express.
हाँ, but
and you're
कहाँ
blessed
से
with
आ
a
रहा दर्द नहीं
beautiful.
समझ आता.
You've got a beautiful voice,
Yes,
a very
definitely.
soulful and a very beautiful voice.
Thank you, ma'am.
So thank you for this beautiful rendition.
Thank you.
Thank you for having this chit chat with us.
My pleasure.
All the best in your journey further.
Thank you.
Keep growing. Keep writing these beautiful songs.
Thank you.
And please take care that you don't feel lonely anymore.
Yeah, that's
So
what
yes.
I don't think I do feel lonely. I just that I seriously don't get it because after my heartbreaks I'm not very sad.
No.
Like
that's a part of growing up, right?
But
everyone needs a
but
few
when
heartbreaks.
when I sing a song, it comes out.
But I think that's why, because you've had heartbreaks,
Yeah.
the soulful singing comes because of the heartbreak. So
It's like a job which God has
where-
given to me, Like sing
No.
because people need it. Sing
no,
it.
No, I think because you've had heartbreaks, you felt the pain, so the pain comes out in the song.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my way of.
So it's the learning has been that your heartbreaks have given you these beautiful songs.
Yeah,
You need to thank your exes for it.
I do.
On the camera.
I do. I'll do it all the time whenever I pray.
Yes.
I thank to all the people who has been part of my journey.
Yes.
Definitely.
Lovely. It was so lovely talking to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Same here.
Thank you.
प्रभात खबर.com, विश्वास वही, रफ्तार नहीं.